Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your March bonus reading. We are going to jump right in here. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do what I'm calling a reverse spread. It's just the opposite of what I normally do. So what I normally do is I put the tarot cards down here and oracle cards up here. But I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. So we're going to put the oracle cards down here. And actually, it's been working out quite nice, so I like it. But let's see here, Scorpio, what is going on for you. This will be part 1, by the way, and there will be a part 2 where we're actually going to make it confusing. Not really, just kidding. And we're going to clarify everything with tarot. So that will be linked up down below. But this has just been, I don't know. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I like trying new things, and this has been fun, so we're going to keep doing it. But you start off here. Each one of these rows represents something differently, by the way, and the first row here represents your current general energies, and you have the Six of Cups here. You have the Moon, which says changes in your life. You have Mars, which says motion, and you have this Building Blocks card. I actually like this. I feel like this is going to be good. Every once in a while, I feel like the Six of Cups can represent a gift from the universe. Well, actually, it does. The Six of Cups does represent a gift from the universe, and it can represent receiving a gift from the universe as well. And usually the gift that we receive from the universe with the Six of Cups is a turnaround. Things improving, things getting better in our life, things moving in a different direction. But also what I would say is, usually the gift we receive is forward progress. Maybe we've been trying to build a business. Things haven't been working. We get the Six of Cups. We're able to move forward. Maybe we've been trying to find love. We've been bumping up against obstacles and we're finally able to move forward. So the Six of Cups to me can kind of represent that energy of finally being able to make progress. And I love that for you here, Scorpio. I feel like that's a good thing. Next, you have the Moon. It says changes in your life. Pretty interesting because I'm only about halfway through these readings, and a lot of the people have been getting these cards of like changes or making changes. And this Moon card, sorry, I'm just trying to get it out of the light and whatever. It's like a card of changes and making changes. But where I was going with that is a lot of people have been getting these cards of innovation. We're clearly in a time of innovation where like trying new things, doing things differently is going to be very beneficial for everyone. And by the way, I forgot to mention, right next, I'm gonna show you, but you have this box card. It says you will receive a gift. So clearly there's some sort of gift coming in for you. Next, you have this Mars card. It says motion. Again, Mars is going retrograde this year, so I do feel it's like a really good year to get moving right now. Before Mars goes retrograde towards the end of the year, I think it's a good time to like get moving, get the work that you want to get done right now. I really don't think Mars retrograde is that big of a deal. Can it make us more tired? Can it make things take a little bit longer? Sure, but is it that big of a deal? Probably not, so I wouldn't really worry about it. But what I would say is I feel like you are taking action to build something here with the Building Blocks card. So I do feel that a lot of you are kind of like in a building phase with this energy, and I feel like you're getting ready to kind of build something new in your life. It's something you've been thinking about for a while. You have your other astrology card here is this card. It says solar calm on it, and it says clarify. I feel it's going to be extremely, extremely important that you have some sort of loose structure based off of whatever it is you're trying to build. If you're trying to build a relationship, maybe you could just write down on a piece of paper 4 things like, I want the relationship to have this, this, and this, right? It's like, I feel like there needs to be, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, Scorpio. For whatever reason, I feel like it's super important that you clarify the structure or how you want something to be before you have it in your life. It's almost like, there's a big, in the self-help movement, there's like a lot of people who talk about kind of like designing your perfect day, right? Or crafting the day you want to live, right? I'm a big fan of doing that, by the way. And what I would say here is I feel like you almost need to do this for like a certain aspect of your life. Like if you're trying to build a relationship, I feel like you need to say like, I want my relationship to look exactly like this. And it could be anything. Maybe you say, I want to be with a person where we, both go to work and we come together at night and we hang out, we spend time together and we do this, this, and this, right? Same thing in business. I feel like you need to kind of figure out like where you plug in to whatever it is that you're doing. That's kind of what I'm getting here in the entire reading. And I feel like gaining that clarity is just going to make you successful right away, very quickly. So, that's why I would do it. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have the Fool. It is clearly time for you to take action with the Fool card. So I feel like you're moving in the right direction. I also feel like if you're wondering if something is going to be loyal to you, this card to me is saying yes, it is going to be loyal to you, but it's not popping into my head as a person. Although you do have love here, it's popping into my head as like a situation. Like sometimes I think we get a job or we start a business and we can worry like, is this going to last forever? Am I going to have this long enough to support me and my family? Like all those questions. I'm getting those on the Fool. So I feel like some of you, the answer is yes. If you're wondering if you accept a job or something into your life, I feel like it will be there for you for a while. You have this box card, and it says you will receive a gift. This whole entire reading is, if it wants to focus, this whole entire reading is kind of like a gift reading, I would say. I feel like it's about receiving a gift or, kind of receiving a gift from the universe, which is probably forward momentum. I feel, and we're going to talk about this here in just a second, but I feel like there's some things over here that, like we already talked about, where it's kind of like figuring out exactly where you plug into the situation. That's one thing that I think will be very beneficial and will help you be successful with this gift of forward movement. But there's some other things that are coming up here as well. Again, you have the Solar Calm card, and it says clarify. I feel it's much easier to be successful when we know exactly what we want. I think we're really good, of course. Many teachers talk about this as well. Like Esther Hicks talks about how we're really, really good at knowing what we don't want. But we need to take that and say, I don't want these things, so what do I want? And then we just need to shift our focus to exactly what we want. Usually the problem is that we focus too much on what we don't want. So I feel like this card is saying clarify what you do want at this time. Next, you have the Between Worlds card. Pisces also had this card, which is interesting. I love this card. It's like my favorite card in this deck. And I feel that you are moving towards improvements. Again, it's going from black and white to color over here. So I feel that in a lot of ways, you're kind of in this transition period. I feel like everyone is in a transition period. We are in a transition period right now. Clearly, that's why we see a lot of transitions and a lot of changes happening in the world. I mean, because we are in a transition period, it's a good thing. Again, we're inviting more excitement, more color, more good things into our life, probably more abundance as well. But I feel like you are kind of going through this change where you're probably moving more towards growth and abundance. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Hermit card here. I feel for some of you that you could be finding some answers actually inside of yourself that surprise you with the Hermit. The Hermit can kind of represent inner answers. It's kind of a dark night of the soul, kind of going through some soul searching and discovering things. And I feel like you could be kind of in this period where you're discovering some things about yourself. I just really, maybe it's not very exciting, but I just see like a lot of these aha moments where you're just like, oh, I know why things have to go, a certain way in my life. What's interesting is you have this Ring card. It says a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. And you have this March card, literally saying this month of March. So I feel for a lot of you that these changes could be happening this month, the month of March. And it could be marriage that is coming in for you with this energy. Like this card says, it could be in love, but it could also be in business. Marriage to business could be like getting a job, starting a business, committing to a business, getting a client, something like that. So all those things are popping into my head as possibilities. And again, could be quite unexpected, so you might not be expecting it with this energy. You also have the Sun. The Sun says source on it, so I feel you are receiving a lot of positive energy this month. Very active. Again, Mars, this Sun card. This Sun card is a little bit different than the Sun in the tarot. It's meant to represent like more action, more energy pouring into your life, being able to make progress and all that other stuff. So I kind of feel that with the Sun card. You do have this Chaos and Conflict card. I don't think this is a bad thing. I feel like this is probably a good thing. You could be experiencing chaos and conflict, but I feel like in chaos and conflict, there could be some opportunities for you. It's like if you're experiencing anything that brings up any chaos, conflict, or even competition in your life, I feel like these chaotic situations are happening to kind of like steer you in a direction. So if something is causing chaos or conflict in your life, I feel like it's saying move the other direction, go the other way. It's funny because I just told a story about how I feel we're getting results very quickly at this time, and what I mean by that is it's like a couple weeks ago I went out with some friends and I ate food that I wasn't supposed to eat because I'm allergic, right? And I had a major, the worst allergic reaction I've had in a long time, and I knew I shouldn't have done it right in the first place, but it was like an immediate result. It was like the universe is like saying, hey, dumbass, you're not supposed to eat this, but you're doing it anyway, so you're gonna get an immediate result. I kind of feel that with this card here. I feel we're at this time where we have to live at a very high vibration, whatever you want to call it. So, again, I would just make sure you're not doing things that you're not supposed to do. It could be food, but it could be other things as well. I would just, be, as open and honest as you possibly can with yourself, not with other people even, but just being honest with, who you are and what your limits are, and all those other things are going to be very important. Again, it came up for Pisces as well with the Between Worlds card. Next, you have the Two of Wands. This is coming up in the area of advice from your guides. The Two of Wands is about taking the lead. It's about kind of grabbing that wand in front of you. It's also about boredom. He's bored. He is standing at the top of a castle here, and he's kind of looking out in front of him. The point of the Two of Wands is he's looking out at the world in front of him with envy. He's like jealous of everything that's in front of him, kind of. He feels that he has accomplished everything that he set out to accomplish. He feels like there is nothing more for him to do. So he is got the whole world in his hands. It's like there's a ton of stuff for him to do, but he didn't enjoy the journey. He didn't enjoy the ride. I've been getting this a lot for a lot of people. I like the Two of Wands, actually. To me, it's a good card, but it's a card of needing to take the lead and needing to move towards something, needing to find something that you can be excited in again. Next, you have this Turkey spirit. It says, someone is behaving stupidly. These cards are ridiculous, but I love them at the same time. I feel like I would just be careful of anyone who's kind of acting stupidly in general with this Turkey spirit. I actually feel pretty good about this. Turkeys are symbols of abundance and success, but I would definitely be careful of people in your life. Again, pretty much everyone gets this. I mean, I'm cheating the astrology again. The astrology to me is not good for dealing with people who kind of don't have morals or behave stupidly. So I would definitely be careful of that. You have this Neptune card. It says vision on it. Again, with that solar calm card and this card, I feel it's very, very important for you to clarify your vision, to be very, very clear on the things that you expect in your life. If someone comes in and is a turkey, then it's not for you, right? You want a bald eagle. You don't want a turkey, or I don't know, some better looking bird than a turkey, right? But what I would say here is I feel like your vision needs to be very clear. You have this breathe card, and the breathe card just says breathe. I'm pretty sure you had this with me recently, so for some of you, I feel like it's time to breathe. I think the most important part one here, is to kind of clarify your vision, but I do feel there are gifts coming in for you, but you need to be clear on your vision so you can get those gifts. And we're going to dig into this right now in part two. Part two is linked up in the pinned comment down below.